Testing one, two. 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 Okay. It's a little loud. All right. All right, we're gonna get started in just a second. Salakia. Just getting set up. Salakia, Swap, you in here? All righty. All right, here we go. Just make sure we're on YouTube. Okay. Go. All right. All right. Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatam to the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Atam Bashem Yahushua to the sisters. I am Officer Natazak. I'll be filling in for Officer Tabawan this evening. And today we're going to be getting into Be Ye Doers. Be Ye Doers. Stepping into this truth, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would think that, you know what I mean, you're coming in and you're just going to be a student forever. Like, you know what I mean? No, it doesn't. So like it doesn't really go down like that. It's good to be a student. You know what I mean? It's very productive to be a student, but all in all, at the end of the day, you know what I mean, we're trying to build the kingdom of the Lord. You know what I mean? We're trying to build the kingdom of the Lord. So it's it's going to become it's going to come a time where it's time to walk through that fire. It's time to go in, get your hands dirty, and get to work. You know what I mean? Get in this work. Get 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 whatever title you are, and you know what I mean, represent yourself, represent the Most High. Get to the work, and build and help build, be an extra hand to help build the nation. Shalom, sis, what's going on? You know what I mean? So I mean, we got an empty house tonight, so if everybody, whoever's tuned in, if you can just interact through the chat, you know what I mean, and we can get this class going. Okay, so be ye doers, like, you know what I mean, the Lord wants to see us working. You know what I mean? He wants to see us working. Like, usually you would think, like, through being in the world, say you're in the world and you're, you know what I mean, you're attending churches, and you know what I mean, you're sitting down watching the pastor talk and say what he has to say. You get up, you leave. You know what I mean? You get home and then nothing else. There's nothing else going on. You know what I'm saying? You wait until next Sunday, and then you go and visit the church again. Like, that's not serving the Lord. You know what I mean? Really serving the Lord, you know what I mean, you got to be out here and you have to really be pushing this truth the way that Christ pushed this truth. You know what I mean? Christ didn't just sit back and just talk all the time. Christ had to move around. Christ had to travel. Christ had to do miracles. Christ was working. He was working. You know what I mean? So much so that, you know what I mean, it said in the book that, you know what I mean, if you can jot down everything that Christ did, you wouldn't be able to fit into a book. That's how much he was working. You know what I mean? So with us also, we have to be out here and we have to be working. If you're not working, you're obviously not following Christ, because that's all Christ did. All Christ did was work. You know what I mean? All he did was work. You know what I mean? So you have to be a representation. You have to, the requirements from the Most High is for us to work. Okay? We got to work. We got to work even when we don't feel like it, even when certain excuses pop up in our heads. You know what I mean? Satan's whole job is to get us to stop working, to get us out this truth. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, like, if you're not in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, you are not working. You are not in the truth, because you could be out there just, I mean, you feel like you're working, but you're out there spreading lies, no different from what the Christian church is doing. You know what I'm saying? So you could be spreading out certain details, saying like, okay, well, you know what I mean, it's okay for you to rape, or it's okay for you to have a adolescent, you know what I mean, child, and marry that child. It's okay for you to, you know what I mean, not follow the laws in the book. It's okay for you to eat shrimp, crab, and pork, you know what I mean, and lobster. It's okay for you to smoke weed. A lot of fake Israelites smoke weed, you know what I mean? And they think because, you know what I mean, weed comes out the ground, that it's okay. Like, it's a lot of things that people think that they're doing the right thing. But if you're not in the ISUPK, you are not following Christ wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? You are not following him wholeheartedly. But all in all, you know what I'm saying, the requirements from Christ is for us, and from the Lord is for us to get up and work. We're going to get into that in the scriptures. You know what I mean? We got to get up and we got to do. You know what I mean? There's going to be certain things in our lives that are going to make us not. That are going to. Slacking. There are certain things that are going to make us feel like, you know what I mean, I don't feel like doing that. I'll just do it tomorrow, or I'll just do it. You know what I mean? Nah, that's the best thing about having ranking order, because once you get that order, you know what I mean, and it comes from someone that's ranked up over you. It comes from someone higher than you. Then you need to do that order. You know what I mean? do that order, and if you have an issue with that order, then you go discuss it later. But regardless of the fact is, you do that order. You know what I mean? You do that order, and you complain about it later. You know what I mean? You talk to that person about it if you feel like there was something wrong about it. But regardless of the fact is, you get up and you do that order. And these things are important too. You know what I mean? These things are super, super important because you got to think like, you know what I mean? Christ is coming back to set up a kingdom. You know what I mean? Christ is coming back to set up a kingdom, and he needs loyal servants. He needs loyal servants that are willing to take orders. You know what I mean? You know, you got to think about it. Like when Christ left, you know what I mean? It was people that wanted to kill him. Now let me get on the fake Israelites for a minute. A lot of fake Israelites have an issue with the ISUPK because we deal with ranking order. You know what I mean? They don't want to follow Command and General Yohana. They feel as if we think of Command and General Yohana over Christ. It's not that they think that, they use that as an excuse. They know that we don't. They know that we don't think of Command and General Yohana over Christ or over the Most High. They know that, but they use the respect and the order we have for Command and General Yohana. They use that as an excuse not to follow the truth, and that's all that is. But you got to think of this: like, we respect and we follow after Command and General Yohana, but just think about how it's going to be when Christ gets back. See, the reason why you don't want to follow Command and General Yohana because you want to serve yourself. You want to be above everything. You don't want to take an order. You don't want to follow suit. You know what I mean? You don't want to have to work. And that's why you don't really have an issue with what we're doing. You have an issue with the fact that you won't be as high and mighty as you see yourself. And that's the reason why you really have an issue. I see a lot of ISUPK hate online and stuff like that. Like, and people always their main excuse is, oh, they think of Commander General Yohana as he's the Messiah and he's this and that, and they know better. They know better. You know what I mean? But if you can't follow suit on Commander General Yohana, what makes you think that you're going to follow suit when Christ comes back? You know what I mean? If Christ is coming back to set one body, and of course you're going to have men that are over you. You're going to have men that are over you and that are going to give you orders, but every order is going to be, you know what I mean, under Christ's authority. So if you have an issue with what we're saying and what we're doing, it's just because you have an issue with Christ. That's it. When Christ comes back, he wants loyal servants. He wants somebody that can take an order. He wants men that can sit there and protect the fort. He wants men that are sit there and put their whole lives on the line. Their whole lives on the line, that are willing to sacrifice anything. You know what I mean? Anything to serve him. That's what Christ wants when he comes back. So the fact that you are sitting over here and making it seem as if serving Commander General Yohana is an issue, it just shows that you wouldn't even serve Christ wholeheartedly if he was to come back. You would be no different from the people who slapped him and spit in his face. You would be no different. You know what I mean? You would be no different. When before Christ left, he had people yelling for him to be killed, yelling for him to die, yelling for him to be beat, spitting in his face, beating him, ripping his clothes. Those people are you. Those people are you, because you can't take an order. You can't take an order from Christ. You can't take a position of being under someone. So those people were you. You were one of the ones spitting in Christ's face. You were one of the ones slapping him in the face, yelling for him to be hung, to be crucified. You were one of those people. You know what I mean? You don't know it yet, but you know what I mean? It's in your spirit. Because what's wrong with taking an order? What's wrong with taking rank. What's wrong with taking rank? You know what I mean? If you look at Peter and all the disciples, they understood their positions. You know what I'm saying? They understood their positions, and they didn't argue the fact. They followed suit. You know what I'm saying? They knew they were under Christ. So we know our positions as far as where we at right now also. Shalom, everybody. What's going on, y'all? Like I was saying before, you know what I mean? We got an empty room tonight, so if y'all can interact through the chat, you know what I mean, we can have fun with this class tonight. But yeah, like, you know what I mean? These are the reasons why you can't take an order. And honestly, taking an order is working. It's working. You know what I'm saying? When Christ comes back, he wants to see us working. Taking orders is working. You take that order, you get out and you do. You have to be a doer. Whatever that order is, regardless of how far-fetched it may seem, you know what I mean, it's not for you to decide. It's not for you to decide. It's your job to get out here and get to work. Get to work. But let's get to the scriptures though. You know what I mean? But all in all, you guys, you wouldn't even know how to serve Christ if he came back. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all got so much of an issue with the ISUPK, because you don't know how to take an order. You don't know how to take rank. You know what I mean? But let's get to it though. We're gonna get to James 1:22. James and 1:22. So let's get to it. Follow along if you're watching. You know what I mean, get your books out. Okay, so we got James and 22. James chapter 1 and verse 22. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. Let me read that one more time. The book of James chapter 1 and verse 22. Salaki. But be ye doers of the word. You know what I mean? Doers of the word. Doers, you have, in order to do what the word is requesting of you, is to get out here and to push this truth out to these people who are to our people that are asleep. You know what I mean? All these blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that have been deceived for all these centuries, have been beaten and oppressed for all these centuries. It's our job to get out here and to push this truth. So like it. It's our job to get out here and push this truth. That is what we're supposed. That is what we're doing as far as what the scriptures are, what the word is. We get out here and we push this word. Why? Is because people have been so asleep. People have been dead to the fact of what has been going on in these scriptures, or what the Most High is requesting, what Christ is requesting of us. You know what I mean? Everybody has been asleep. Everybody just thought that it was whatever the world told them it was. And the world has been deceiving us for centuries now. The world has been sitting over here, you know what I mean, telling us one thing, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the scriptures. Absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? So it's our job to wake up our people. You know what I mean? And how do we do that? You know what I mean? You do that by taking orders, because, you know what I mean, we have men that have been doing this longer than us, and they know exactly what to do. They woken me up. They woken, you know what I mean, you up. You know what I'm saying? They woken so many people up. They know what tactics to take in order to get our people to get into this truth. You know what I'm saying? What can a single sister do as far as doing work, sir? So like it says, I'm gonna get into that. That's gonna be in here too. You know what I mean? We're gonna get into a man's position, and we're gonna get into a sister's position also. Right now, we're gonna start off with the man. You know what I mean? And a man's position, as far as him doing, is to take order. First, you need to get in here and you need to become a student of this truth. You know what I mean? Because we have been so polluted with garbage that we have to rinse all that guck and dirt off of us. You know what I mean? All that Christianity, all that Catholic Church stuff, all that Muslim mosque stuff. Like we have to wash all that stuff off of us. You know what I mean? That's the first step. That's the first step first before you even get to work. You got to wash all that stuff off you. You know what I mean? You got to wash all those lies up off of you. And then you need to be a sponge. And then you need to be a sponge observing everything that every scripture, every breakdown that the servants of Christ give to you in the ISUPK. You know what I mean? You need to be thirsty for whatever lessons are being brought to you. You have to be thirsty for those things, okay? You got to be thirsty for those things. And you have to want it all day, every day. You have to study as much as you can. You have to try to go through as many classes as you can. You know what I mean? Attend as many classes as you can. And you know what I mean? You gotta really strive for it. You know what I'm saying? Strive for it. You know what I mean? And show the Most High. It's all about impressing the Most High. You know what I mean? Because when you're coming in, like Officer Itazam always says, like, you know what I mean, you're married on to Satan. You know what I'm saying? You're married on to Satan, and Satan is gonna become your that crazy ex-girlfriend. So you have to impress the Most High. You have to show him how diligent and how thirsty you are for this truth. You know what I'm saying? How thirsty you are for this truth, and how diligent you're willing to be. How much of a great soldier you're willing to be for this truth. You know what I'm saying? You gotta focus. You have to put this truth before everything. You know what I'm saying? Put it before everything. That's the first step. Those are the first steps. Then you know what I mean? God willing, you get your name. You start get a little bit more responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? You'll get a little bit more responsibilities, and then you know what I mean. God willing, you get some work. You get some work. You know what I mean? The start off work is always the dirtiest work. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You might have to be scrubbing up the bathrooms. You know what I mean? The floors. Like you never know. But all it is, it's no different from the slaves that you go to every day. You willing to go to your slave and start off at the bottom position, you know what I mean, for the lowest amount of pay, just to settle yourself out in being in a job. You know what I'm saying? You're willing to do those things, but when you come into a situation where you're going to get everlasting life and everlasting jewels and riches, like when you walk into that, you have to prove yourself in that. You know what I mean? You have to prove yourself within that. You got to work. You definitely have to work hard, and you have to want to work. You have to take every order with your chin up and a smile on your face, like, yes, I'm working now, and be proud about it, regardless of what it is. You know what I mean? Regardless of what it is, you gotta have your chin up, and you gotta be proud about it. I'm speaking more so towards, you know what I mean, the men first, and then we'll get into the women. But yeah, like you take every order with your chin up and a smile on your face, like, yeah, okay, like, all right. I don't mean like literally a smile on your face, but I'm saying that like figuratively, like, you know what I'm saying, like you be happy that you're fine, you're in this body, you're in this work. You got to be happy. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I mean, you show yourself such a great trooper, you know what I mean, you can move up to officer. And then you get other responsibilities. You know what I mean? You get more and more responsibilities after that. Because once you locked in the officer, that's it. You know what I mean? You win for forever. Once you locked into that. You know what I mean? After that, there is no excuses. You have taken the oath that nothing will come before this truth. You know what I mean? And nothing should, honestly. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean, walking into this truth, you should already know, like, hey, like, it's a good feeling, but it's also a responsibility. You know what I mean? It's a responsibility because now you have the truth of the Bible. Now you have Now you have the truth of the world and why you've been deceived so much, why you've been cursed so bad, why you've been oppressed so bad, why you went through certain situations that may have happened in your life that traumatized you. You know what I'm saying? All these things, they start to open up, and you start to understand these things. And it's your responsibility to wake someone else up and let them know why they're going through what they're going through. You know what I mean? You don't just sit back and you don't just, you know what I mean, just take all that good information and all that good word and you just sit back on it and you just lay down and fall asleep on yourself. No. You know what I mean? You got to get out here and you got to spread that message. Open it up to someone who has an ear to hear. You know what I'm saying? If someone has an ear to hear, you get out there and you let them know, like, hey, like this is, you know what I mean? Like this is what I've been doing. You know what I mean? I don't know if you willing to be with it or not, but this is what I've been on. And if they have an ear to hear it, you know what I mean? You keep feeding them that information. That's our job. You know what I'm saying? That's our job. That's what Christ wants us to do. He wants us to spread his message. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, as hard as you work, there's always a Christian pastor trying to work 1,000 times harder than you. There's always a homosexual choir director singing his ass off, practicing at home, trying to lure these people in and get these people to serve their God. You know what I'm saying? To serve their God. So you got to work 10 times as hard. You got to work 10 times as hard, whether you get an order or not. You know what I mean? Seek work. You know what I mean? Call somebody on the phone, like, hey, whoop-de-whoop, like, what can I do? Like, you know what I mean? I'm just chilling. I ain't doing nothing. Like, is there anything I could do? You know what I mean? Is there anything I could do at the school? Is there anything I could do as far as like studying? You want me to figure something out or Slack it. You want me to study a certain particular book in the Bible, or you want me to do like that's what it is. You know what I mean? Because there's always going to be, you know what I mean, Satan and his disciples working just as hard or harder. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give it your all. And you can't complain. Regardless of whatever you're going through, Salakia. Whatever you're going through, you can't complain. You get out there. Because at the end of the day, our job is going to be a lot more obstacles to it. There's going to be a lot more obstacles to it, but that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. That's like starting from the bottom of an entrepreneurial job and then ending up successful on top at the end. You know what I'm saying? Ending up a billionaire or trillionaire at the end. You know what I'm saying? This is what we fight for. This is what we're working towards. You know what I mean? And it's going to be a lot more obstacles for us because it's easy to serve a Christian church. It's easy to do that. You know what I mean? You don't really have too much rules that you got to follow. You just got to do your certain type of job and get on with your life. It's going to be a lot more obstacles we have to deal with. And that just comes with the territory. That makes it more to rejoice about. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we, as far as what the men need to focus on. You know what I mean? Get in here, getting all black, be a student, be diligent, be hungry, you know what I'm saying? And impress the Most High. Impress the Most High. Don't just come in here thinking like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do enough to impress myself. Impress the Most High. You know what I mean? Because so like everything you do is going to be reported. It's going to be reported. It's going to be in a report, and you want there to be more good than there is evil. You know what I'm saying? You want there to be absolutely no evil at all. Honestly, you want to have a clean record, a clean record. You know what I mean? So we can get into the sisters now, sis. You know what I'm saying? A sister's role, man. Talk about like responsibility, like man. It's your job to literally ignore all the things that have been been placed into your brain, because you know what I mean, our oppressors, they attack our women the most. You know what I'm saying? They attack our women the most. They've given them the power to destroy a black man. The power to destroy a black man. You know what I mean? So you're literally neglecting that power that the oppressors have given you. and then you're neglecting the emotion that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Because a woman, like, okay, a woman's natural state, like, is emotional. Is we're dealing with emotions. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to fight emotions. It's hard to fight emotions. Like, it's easy for us to fight emotions because we're men. Salaki. Swap, that's you? Swap. Oh, okay. Salaki, I thought you was already in here. Okay, so you know what I mean? It's a woman has to fight all of those. She has to fight that chemical imbalance that our oppressors have put on her. You know what I mean? You're fighting. You. Okay, that this is just the start off. I'm trying to start from the basis of everything. Like, you have to fight yourself as a woman in general. You know what I'm saying? Because women don't, in this day and age, women don't know that submission is a superpower for a woman. All they've been taught is to be aggressive, to be a strong, to be the backbone of the whole household and all that stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? To be the man of the house and stuff like that. This is what the oppressors have taught. You know what I'm saying? This is what our oppressors have taught our women. So they've been dealing with and I'm just gonna be straightforward with it. It's a mental issue. It's a mental issue of what our oppressors have put on our women. You know what I mean? Because he has never put out that a woman needs a man to be balanced, to be chemically balanced, to be physically balanced, to be emotionally balanced. He won't ever put that out there. You know what I'm saying? So you having to fight the things that you thought were right from birth. You know what I'm saying? As we all, but you know what I mean, you got a lot more emotion into it. You know what I'm saying? That's the first start off of the things. Neglecting yourself, neglecting your pride, neglecting all those things that make you feel like, okay, you know what I mean, I'm protecting myself, because insecurities lead could women confuse themselves in thinking that being insecure is being protective. I'm protecting myself from a man who may want another woman in the future, or may do me dirty, or may do this or that. And you know what I mean? So me being insecure, I feel like I have more control and more balance. Like, it's a real unstable mental issue. You know what I'm saying? It's a real unstable mental issue. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's always good to take heed of a man and take order from a man, because a man has that balance that you need. He'll let you know, like, hey, what you doing is wrong. Like, please just be quiet. You're not making any sense. You're speaking out of emotion, and you know what I'm saying. It's about time for you to just cut that situation. You know what I mean? But following the Most High is taking that order. Like, we just talked about taking order for a man, but taking an order for a woman, you know what I'm saying, is pretty much the same thing. You're taking an order from your Ottawa, your husband. You know what I'm saying? Your husband is going to tell you exactly what you need to know whenever you're feeling that temptation to want to be God. You know what I mean? Because that's what the oppressors put on you. He gave you that power to be gods over your men. You know what I'm saying? He gave you the child support. He gave you the spousal support. He gave you the opportunity to take his child away, to hurt him in any type of way. You can hurt him in any type of way. He gave you that opportunity. Now it's your job to be able to neglect all those things that he's given you. You have to neglect it. You know what I'm saying? You have to neglect your flesh. You have to neglect your emotions also. And then you can get to work. Then you can get to work. Then you can be. What if the man is more emotional than the woman? If the man is more emotional than the woman, then he's not from the ISUPK, and you know what I mean. And if that's your husband, then regardless of the fact is, you chose him. You know what I'm saying? You chose him. That's your husband. So if he's more emotional, just analyze the simple fact that he's being emotional. I'm not saying that men don't have emotions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that we're just walking robots. We're not just walking robots, but we're not going to make a rash decision just out of emotion. Like the way that our oppressors have got this whole nation set up, a woman could would a kid kill her own baby out of emotion. You know what I'm saying? She'll kill her own baby. You know what I'm saying? She'll know she'll know for sure that she's pregnant. She'll know for sure that this baby's coming, and then she'll kill that baby because she has an opportunity to do that. Why? It's because the oppressor gave her that opportunity to do that, to use whatever rational choice that she decides. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it out of emotion. I'm gonna do it out of emotion. You know what I'm saying? So if men could get pregnant, then we wouldn't kill our own babies. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not thinking so rashly and emotionally. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's always best to have a man to it's always best to have a man to balance you out. You need that balance. You know what I mean? You're not if a man is being too emotional, you know what I'm saying, and that's already your husband, hey, you know what I'm saying, get him in class. Get him in class. I guarantee you at the end of the day he'll follow suit. You know what I'm saying? Get him in here. Because obviously he's not in here. And if he is in here and he's being too emotional, I don't even think it's possible. I doubt that it's even possible. You know what I'm saying? A man, he he should not be. I mean, I'm not saying that he can't be emotional. A man's going to be emotional also, but he's not going to think emotionally. He's not going to make decisions emotionally. He's going to think with pure common sense. You know what I mean? And he's gonna make his elect sure. So, you know what I mean? If that's your case, I would suggest you get him in class. You know what I mean? If he doesn't want to get in class, then you know what I mean, you be that representation. You that just if a man is more emotional than you, that just means that you just probably need to be more submissive. You know what I mean? Be a lot more submissive to that emotional man then. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he's the one that's gonna have to lead you. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to lead your household. He's gonna have to be the protector. He's gonna have to lead. So, you know what I mean? Okay, so okay. Well, I mean, you guys are in class already? Okay, so is he already like official in the ISUPK, or is he just attending class? If he's just attending class, then I would say that's a lot different. If he's already officially stamped in there, you know what I mean, probably just give him some time. You know what I mean? He'll get it pretty soon. You know what I mean? But I mean, I doubt that it's okay. Detroit camp student. Okay, it's a student, but is he official already? Is he a trooper, or is he an officer? Is he any of those things? And honestly, you know what I mean? Um, honestly, as his rib, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be putting them out like that. You know what I'm saying? You probably that's probably something that you want to get counsel on in your class. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, okay. See, just give him some time. You know what I mean? Give him some time. If he's not yet official in the ISUPK, just give him some time. Trust me, he'll eventually get it. You know what I mean? He'll eventually get it, because a lot of us, we were born without daddies in here. You know what I'm saying? We a lot of us were raised without father figures in here. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us may have, you know what I mean, a lot of emotions that we dealing with, because you know what I mean, all we had was our moms to tend to. You know what I'm saying? And she's gonna handle a situation in an emotional way. A lot of us are fatherless. A lot of us are fatherless men in here. You know what I'm saying? Like we grew up strictly off of the Most High leading us into manhood. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys are barely stepping in and you guys are barely getting into, you know what I'm saying, classes and stuff like that, hey, you know what I'm saying? He'll get it. Trust me, he'll get it. If he's in class, he'll get it. He will definitely get it. And it's up for you when he does get it. Don't be intimidated by his I wouldn't say his aggression, but don't get intimidated by that testosterone. Don't get intimidated by that masculinity. You know what I mean? And another thing too, don't 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 put him out there like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure that you, if anything, just get counsel. You know what I'm saying? Or go to him first. Go to him first and just be like, you know what I mean? I feel like you are a lot. You're very emotional on some of the decisions you make and some of the things you do. You know what I mean? Go to him and speak to him about it. And you know what I mean? You would know, like, he's going to eventually get it. He's going to eventually step out of those boundaries of feeling like, okay, you know what I mean? I need to have a second say so by my wife. Like, he's going to start making decisions on his own. He's going to start stepping out of the box. He's going to start being more confident and more bold into himself. He's going to be more masculine. You know what I'm saying? But get counsel first. Don't be so quick to make a judgment right now, because you guys are barely stepping into this truth. You know what I'm saying? You can't make that call right now. You can't really make that call right now, because we're in here. It's no cowards, no excuses. You know what I'm saying? So if he's in here already, that's already a step towards masculinity. You know what I mean? He's already one step in towards masculinity, and he'll get it. He'll get it. He'll see how we conduct ourselves. He'll see how in order to lead, you need to follow. So he's going to have to follow. He's going to have to take a lead from a masculine man, and he's got to take orders from a masculine man, and he'll eventually learn how to be just that. You know what I'm saying? He'll learn how to be just that. So just give it some time. Y'all keep sticking in these classes, sis. You know what I'm saying? And y'all keep learning. You know what I'm saying? Keep checking in. Call the camp leader in Michigan and keep checking in. And you know what I mean? Stay diligent. But let's get back into it, because so like, I'm over here. I'm 1 hour in. I only got in one scripture, but yeah. So the thing is, okay. So using the sis and her husband as an example, you know what I'm saying? Get in, be a student, and then once you get those titles, once you get your names, once you get solidified in this truth, then it's time to work. It's time to work. It's time to learn how to take an order. It's time to learn how to conduct yourself. It's time to learn how to be a representation of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Be a representation. Be a representation at all times. Whenever you take an order, it's like taking an order from Christ himself, or from the Most High himself. You know what I'm saying? That's how it should be. So you take every order and you do that order as diligently as you can. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into it. Let's go next into, let's get Luke 6, Salakia. Luke 6 and 46. We're gonna go to Luke 6 and 46. You know what I mean? I'm over here going into it myself. Okay, so this is what we get into as far as Luke 6 and 46, as far as doing the work. You know what I mean? Getting into the work. Now, if I can, one more time, you know what I mean? Certain places that we will title them religions, they don't require you to do anything but to show up and to pay. That's it. Pay them, show up, and you have done your job. That's not how this works. You know what I mean? We should be established in the kingdom of heaven already before Christ comes. You know what I mean? Now, we should be trying to set that order already as far as how it's going to be when Christ comes back. You know what I'm saying? So we have to establish that already. You know what I mean? And it's going to take work. Just like how Christ worked, you know what I mean, when he was alive and before and in the beginning, when he was, you know what I mean, taking orders to create the heavens and the earth. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. We have to take order and we have to work. Point blank, period. Wholeheartedly, too. So we're going to go to Luke 6 and 46. And why, this is Christ talking also. And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? And what is it that the Lord says? He tells us to work. You know what I mean? Verse 47. Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, I will show you to whom he is like. He is like man which built an house and digged deep and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock. So this is the importance of getting up and working and doing. You know what I mean? You can't serve the Lord just by feeling like you speaking in tongues. You know what I'm saying? Or lifting your hands up and crying and singing in the churches. You know what I'm saying? That's not the way you serve the Lord. You serve the Lord by doing. You know what I mean? And Christ just said it. Christ just said, you know what I mean? For those who get up and do what I say, it's like setting a foundation by digging deep being real important. You dig deep and set a foundation made off a rock. So you think about what the three little pigs. You know what I mean? The three little pigs. One house was made out of straw. One house was made out of sticks. The other house was made out of brick. You know what I'm saying? When the wolf came, blew down the straw. Then he went down, blew down the sticks. Couldn't blow down the stones though. You know what I mean? Because the foundation was solid. I don't know why I use that as an example, but it's like hey, but you know what I mean? That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like your foundation is built on rock. If anything tries to knock down your foundation and you're working, nothing can knock that down. You know what I mean? But if you're just doing it through oh yeah, I believe, and I'm just gonna keep speaking and and you sitting down on the couch and you ain't doing nothing, you know what I mean? Your foundation means nothing. Shalom, sis, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Your foundation means nothing. Is that it's like I got your name. Shalom, sis, what's going on? But your foundation means nothing. Your foundation is nothing if you reading these scriptures and you sitting on your couch all day and you're not doing nothing. Like what is that? What is that going to do? You know what I'm saying? Is that helping anybody? Is that following Christ? What is that doing? It's not doing nothing. You're being productive by studying, yeah. But what are you studying? You don't even know. You know what I mean? It's so many different scriptures in this book that, you know what I mean, the world's smartest person could read and still not understand. You know what I'm saying? But we get it. We have the spirit of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We understand exactly what's going on in this book. You know what I'm saying? And we know that, you know what I mean, the first step is doing. We need to do. You know what I mean? We have to do. And doing, Christ is going to come back. He's going to want to see doers. He wants to see you working. That's right. He needs to see you working. You know why? Because if you're working, you're showing that you really love him. You're showing that you really love Christ if you're actually out there putting your foot forward working. It's one thing to just believe that Christ existed and oh yeah, that you know what I mean, that he died on the cross, and you know what I mean, the regular Christian church type thing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to just have a, you know what I mean, because honestly, you're not showing. Okay, let me put a more focused example. Let's say you can't swim and you jump in a lake. You with somebody, you with somebody and you jump in a lake. Now, are you going to want that person to talk to you and try to teach you how to swim while you sitting there drowning? You know what I mean? To keep on trying to encourage you to get up. You know what I mean? Raise their hands and sing and praise, and hopefully you get up and you learn how to swim. No, you're gonna want the person to get a rope, you know what I mean, run and go grab a rope, throw it in the water, help, like tie it to a tree, you know what I mean, reel you in, like, you know what I mean, you're gonna want that person to come help you out. That's exactly what you're gonna want. You're not gonna sit there and just want them to sit there and try to close their eyes and, oh, please, like, just flap your arms and wiggle your toes, and you will eventually start floating up. Like, you ain't gonna want that. You're gonna want them to come help you. You drowning. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Christ requires of us. He wants us to be out here doing something. Go ahead, Swap. You got something?
Yes, sir. Just, you know, saying, going into what you said, you know, it's like been showing that action. I had a precept. Sorry, sir.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
1 John chapter 3, verse 18. My little children, let us love not in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
That's the one I got too. Yeah. So that's the one I got too. But matter of fact, yeah, let's get into that too. Hold on, real quick though. Okay, so which one did we just read? We just read.
1 John 3.
We just read Luke. Luke 22. Okay, I think we were done with that. Yeah, we're done with that. We're done with that. You know what I mean? But that was the foundation of it. But let me hear that one more time. So the chapter, verse, and let's get into that one.
1 John chapter 3, verse 18. My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
That's right. Slightly. No, that's good for right now. What's going on? Shalom, Ivory, young man Ivory, young man James. What's going on with y'all, man? Shalom. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? The Lord said, "Let us not love just just in word."
Okay.
Let us not just love in word, but in deed and in truth. You know what I'm saying? Indeed. What is indeed? You have to do a deed is to do something physically. You have to do an action.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You have to do an action. You got to be out here. And that's where the spiritual battle starts, because Satan don't want you out here. You know what I'm saying? Satan don't want you out here. Satan don't want you out here serving Christ. He don't want you out here following the laws. He don't want none of that. He wants you combating the ISUPK. He wants you combating these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? He wants you combating this type of lifestyle. He wants you to go serve a fake Israelite group. You know what I'm saying? He wants you to go feel like it's okay to rape, or it's okay to sleep with heathens and bring heathens into your camp. That's what he wants. He wants you to feel like, you know what I mean? Africans is accepted. Asians is accepted. Like, you know what I mean? Like, God loves everybody. That's what he wants you to feel like. Go ahead, Swamp.
You know, it's crazy because our people, like, we don't want to take this medicine. You know what I'm saying? You know, we know what's good for us.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Some of us might not. But, you know what I'm saying? Just like when you get sick, you got to take that medicine, it's going to get you better. You know what I'm saying? The devil got us so beat down, man. They got us so messed up in our condition, in this slavery, in this hell that we live in, that we don't understand. Like, man, you can go down this road, it's not going to get no better. What have you gained from sinning against the Lord? What have you come up from with sinning against? It's nothing. It's destruction. You can't win going this way. You're a goddamn dummy. You got to turn around, man. These law, statutes, and commandments serious, man. Like, it hurts me when I see. It hurts me, the things that when I fall, when I stumble, things I'm dealing with, when it gets the best of me, it hurts me, man, because I do love the Lord.
Right.
I tell the Lord all the time, Lord, help me. Create me a clean heart so I can serve you.
Right.
I love this world. This world has never done nothing for me that I can say that is a plus, man. Everything this world does is against the Most High, man. You got to wake up and see that. The only way you're going to understand it is if you come into the UPK and you learn these precepts and what the Lord requires of you, man. And it gives you strength to stand up against these things that the enemy keep trying to dump upon us and further destroy us. Man, I don't want to see you destroyed, and I sure in the hell don't want to be destroyed. I'm tired of it, man. I'm like sick and tired to the end with it.
That's a fact. You got that brother hand too. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact too. Like, you know what I mean? The thing about that situation is too, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even that, like humbling yourself too, like you gotta humble yourself to the utmost. Like, and what you were saying was complete humbling. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta humble yourself when you going through something and you feeling down and low. Because you know what I mean, most people would think like, okay, you know what I mean, I'm serving the Lord, but things just ain't going right. Like, things are just going bad. Like, I'm losing. I keep losing this, like losing that. sometimes that's the best moment of your life, and you don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's always important to humble yourself at any situation that you go through, because you feel like you losing something, you'll feel like you being held back, but the Most High is just setting you up for something. You know what I'm saying? He's setting you up for patience, to learn patience, to learn. It's a character boost. You know what I'm saying? To be able to dwell in the fire. You know what I'm saying? When we get put in the fire, we don't just sit there and we complain and we die in it. No, we adapt to it. You know what I'm saying? We adapt in that fire. We learn how to adapt in that fire. You know what I'm saying? And don't nobody adapt like Israel know how to adapt. You know what I'm saying? Like the budget meals that I seen my mom used to make, you know what I'm saying? Like that, them things would last 2 weeks and only cost her about $15. You know what I'm saying? Like we adapt in our struggles. You know what I'm saying? If Satan's attacking our pockets, all right, for sure. You know what I mean? We know how to adapt in that. And that's the blessing about being in being God's chosen people. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless of whatever the circumstances is, you know what I mean, we adapt and we survive through it, because we've been through so much hell for centuries through these oppressors. You know what I'm saying? We've been through so much hell through centuries through these oppressors, to the point where any other nation would have been, you know what I mean, what's the word I'm looking for? They would have been damn, what is the word I'm looking for? They would have been expired. They would have been. Damn, that word is in the back of my head. I wish I'll write it in the chat real quick. They would have been some. They would have been all gone. It would have been. We would have been wiped out. You know what I'm saying? We would have been wiped out. The things that we went through, you know what I'm saying, our people should have been wiped out. But the Lord is with us. The Lord is with us, and He's giving us a shot to get back into His laws, and to get back into his, and get back living the lifestyle that He wants us to live. You know what I mean? We don't really have a choice. You got a choice whether if you're going to serve the Lord, and then your next choice is whether if you want to die. That's it. Do you want to serve the Lord, or do you want to die? You're either going to die spiritually, or you're going to die physically. You know what I'm saying? And we get enough of that death today. We get enough of that death. We see physical and spiritual death every day. Now it's time to raise these bones up. You know what I'm saying? These dry bones up. It's time to raise our people up, and raise them out these graves. You know what I'm saying? Raise them up out these graves. We need to be especially we need to be an example that you can get through anything.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That you can get through anything. Whatever Satan tries to take from you, whenever you come out into the world, and you being a representation of the Most High, you need to have a big old smile on your face, like, hey, I'm getting through this. I'm about to get through this today. You know what I mean? I got faith that the Most High about to get me through this. I got faith that He's going to get me through this situation. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be sometimes the Lord wants you to be a representation, and being a representation, always being the first one to have to go through it's not easy, because you'll feel like you're the only one. You know what I'm saying? You feel like, oh yeah, well, I'm the only one that's going through this, and I'm the only one that, trust me, it's somebody else that's either going through what you've been through or worse. So you have to be that representation that I can get through this with joy on my heart. You know what I'm saying? Extermination. Thank you. I was waiting for that. Hey, the water. I was waiting for. I'm like, man, if somebody don't write this down in the chat, man, I'm about to be so pissed off in a minute. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? You want to be that representation of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? The Most High use you as bragging rights. You know what I mean? What happened with Job? You know what I'm saying? He used Job as bragging rights, even though Job went through everything. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he was able to walk through it so easily. You know what I'm saying? But when he got through it, you know what I mean? He became a trophy. Like, I allowed this and this to happen to him, and he still came and served me.
Man,
And we have to be the same thing, regardless of whatever you're going through, regardless of whatever obstacles Satan puts you through. You have to get up and you have to serve Christ. You have to serve the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things that a lot of orders that you got to take, you're not gonna feel like doing it. If we can get back into the women, like, you're not gonna feel like cooking that meal when you just got off of work, and you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna feel like serving your husband, but that's your position, because serving your husband and making sure that he's good and he's fed and he's relaxed and he's humbled, you're being a representation of the Most High. You know what I mean? Because that's what the Most High wants on him. If he's out here and he's going through hell every day and he's enduring all of this hell all day, every day, you know what I'm saying? He's going to want to come home and feel that dose of heaven. And when he comes home to you, he's needing to feel that dose of heaven. You have to be that representation of the Most High. What does the Most High want from him? The Most High don't want him to be stressed out, thinking about, oh yeah, well, you didn't do this and you didn't do that and you didn't do this. That's not what the Most High wants. You know what I mean? The Most High wants him to be, okay, he's out here serving me. I need my son to be relaxed. I need him to kick his feet up. You know what I mean? And I need services on him that he's going to be like, all right, all this stress, I'm done away with it until tomorrow. I'm gonna get back into this tomorrow. And a man should be happy to come home. You know what I'm saying? A man should be happy to come home to his rib. So a woman's role is so important. It's so important. And not just that, like, you still got the school, you got high holy days and food that needs to be at a perfect pitch. You got certain things that need to be, you know what I mean? It's certain organizing things that men just don't really think about like that. You know what I mean? We're not as organized as a woman could be. You know what I'm saying? Women are very, very organized. So it's certain details and certain things that that they can do that we don't really think about like that. Not saying that we couldn't do it, but it's just, you know what I mean, women are more active to do it. You know what I mean? So when it comes to certain things that, like, on high holy days, even like camp days, like, you know what I mean, those sandwiches come in handy. Those water bottles come in handy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, certain things that women are able to provide on those on certain type of days, and certain a woman's job is so important. You know what I'm saying? It's so important. And then not just that, you bringing up the children. You setting this man's law on this house. He's taking the law from the Most High and he's setting on this house. He's setting it to you and to his children, and you have to uphold that law. You know what I'm saying? You have to make sure that law is still being abided by, whether he's there or not. You know what I'm saying? The role of a woman is so important. You know what I'm saying? So if that answers the question of the sister, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot. You know what I mean? It's a lot. But once you step into this truth, you got to think, like, everything that I'm doing, I'm serving the Most High as I do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm serving the Most High as I do it. You know what I mean? And that's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? If it even gets to the point where your husband don't have to lift a finger, you know what I'm saying? That just shows exactly what type of woman he ribbed. You know what I'm saying? And that just shows what type of woman, what type of rib that the Lord blessed him with, because he was that type of man that deserved that type of rib. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much all I got on that. But let's get back into it. So working is so important for us in general. We have to work. You know what I'm saying? We have to be out here working. Like the brother that got into the scripture. You know what I'm saying? So like, what was it again? It was 1 John
3:18, sir.
1 John 3:18, which was Salakia. Yeah, Khan. Yeah, let's get that. Let's get that one more time, actually.
1 John chapter 3, verse 18. My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
But in deed and in truth. You know what I'm saying? Let's not love in word. And what is love? You know what I'm saying? Love is following the laws and commandments. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that just by reading. You can't do that just by observing. You got to do that in by your actions. You got to not put that damn cigarette to your mouth. You got to not put that weed to your mouth physically. You have to not sleep with random men. You know what I'm saying? Physically. You have to fight yourself. You have to fight your flesh. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you know what I mean, what else? What else we got? You can't eat pork. You can't you can't serve certain. Okay, that's more based on emotion. You can't serve certain holidays that the oppressors have brought out that they always attack your children with. You know what I mean? Because emotionally you're gonna want to do it. Emotionally you're gonna want to be out there celebrating holidays and celebrating your kids' birthdays and stuff like that. And you see the kids your kids sees the other kids having fun celebrating their birthdays and getting presents and stuff like. You know what I mean? You have to be diligent. You have to be strong. You know what I mean? You have to physically not do those things. You know what I mean? And the things that you physically have to do, you have to physically get your butt up and get into to Thursday classes. You have to get into classes. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn. You have to get into the scriptures. You have to read. You know what I'm saying? You have like these are things that you're gonna have to get up and do when you feel like you really don't want to. You gotta study. You have to. You know what I mean? So, did you have something?
Uh,
I
yeah,
didn't know if you raised your hand or not. Salaki.
yeah, just like on the thing you was talking about between husband and wife, and just I was saying loving and I just had one of the one of the precepts here.
Okay, go ahead.
It's, John 13, chapter 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. And just bring that out. Christ, he did everything. He corrected us. He loved us so much that he came to correct us. What he said, to straighten those things that are crooked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To watch us, he loved us so much, and in that, to being you talking about that brother and sister, whatever, just being submissive and you know what I'm saying, and let him do his role and everything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just to love each other enough to when he gets right to be able to, you know what I'm saying, to lead in that capacity. Or I forgot exactly because it was a while ago what you talking about. So I'm kind of let me shut up. But yeah,
No. I get exactly where you're going. Like that is a fact too. Matter of fact, let's get it one more time. We can get through it.
come. John chapter 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you, that ye also love one another.
See, you see why this is so important into the lesson also, because love is an action word. It's not something that you can just say, oh yeah, I love you, like, you know what I'm saying? You just can't just tell somebody you love, because you know what I mean, people that are plotting to kill you can tell you they love you. You know what I mean? That just it helps them to get closer to you. They can just say it, and then you'll take it in, and you know what I mean? Oh yeah, he must love me because he said he loved me, like, you know what I mean? But they'll be plotting to kill you. Love is an action. You can't just prove your love through saying, you know what I mean, you love somebody. You know what I mean? Like, one thing I've always had an issue with was people telling me that they love me. You know what I mean? Don't just tell me you love me. You know what I'm saying? I don't take it. I never took it too well when people just sit there and just say, "Oh yeah, I love you. I love you." Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't just tell me that, because you could tell me that you love me and then you treating me horribly through the rest of the damn day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or through the rest of the week or the month. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could say you love me, but you know what I mean? What are your actions like? Your actions don't show that you love me. You know what I mean? A woman could say that she loves you, and she could be, you know what I mean, telling the same thing to the man that she's sleeping with when she leaves.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
man.
So you saying that you love somebody, love is an action word. So you can't speak on love if you sitting over there and you're speaking foully about somebody behind their back. You know what I'm saying? Don't you if you are speaking foully about somebody behind their back, you can't sit there and say that you love them. You know what I'm saying? If you sitting over there ruining someone's reputation, if you're ruining someone's dignity, but you sitting in front of their face telling them that you love them, like, that's not love. You know what I'm saying? That's not love. Now, there's a such thing as tough love also. You know what I mean? Tough love could be from, you know what I mean, an action of not wanting to deal with somebody like that, or dealing with somebody in a cruel type of way. But at the end of the day, it's an action. You know what I'm saying? If you want better for somebody, you know what I mean, you gotta. It takes action. It doesn't take just telling them that you love them. You know what I'm saying? But shoot, Salakia, I was about to get another scripture. Let's keep going. Salakia. Did you have anything else, Swap, while I'm over here looking for the next one? Okay, so, you know what I mean, all in all, okay, so, Salakia. Okay, that might not be it. Let me see. Real quick. Salakia, you know, I'm getting this damn scripture I accidentally lost. Okay, so, okay. All right, that's not it, but okay, so let's get into it. Now, serving the Lord, you know what I mean, there's going to be certain things that come with it. So you can be serving the Lord, and, you know what I mean, Satan is not going to want you to serve the Lord at all. He's not going to, if you can give me, if you can Swap, while I'm talking, if you can give me let me see, is it going to be Ezekiel or Jonah? So, okay, I'll just paraphrase. That's fine. We ain't got to read it. You know what I mean? But okay, if I may, when you get time, you know what I mean, get your studies into the book of Ezekiel and the book of Jonah. You know what I'm saying? You wanna study those things, because there's very, very important topics that happen within those records. If I may, I can start off with Jonah. You know what I'm saying? Jonah didn't want to prophet. The Lord ordered Jonah to go prophesy, you know what I mean, to a particular city. Jonah didn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? He felt like, you know what I mean, it's pointless to do that. So he tried to run away from the Lord. And he hopped on a ship. And when he hopped on the ship, you know what I'm saying? He hopped on the ship, and the Lord caused, you know what I mean, a bad storm to happen. And, you know what I mean, it came to the point where they thought the boat was going to sink, you know what I mean? And they were just like, you know what I mean, the Lord is against us. Like, something's wrong. Something's going on up in here. And Jonah had to let them know, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's me. Like, the Lord looking for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so they had to cast him off that boat. You know what I'm saying? Like, get your butt up out of it. We ain't about to just all die for you. You know what I'm saying? So they had to cast him off the boat. They had to throw him up off the boat. You know what I'm saying? When they threw him up off the boat, you know what I mean, he was swallowed by a huge fish. And when he was swallowed, he had to live in that air pocket in the stomach of the fish for 3 days. Okay? Now, why is this happening? That's because he was given an order. He was given an order and he did not follow it. Okay? There's lots of consequences that come with not following an order, especially when it comes from the Most High. That's why, you know what I mean, taking orders and being out here doing is so important. You know what I mean? It's so important. You know what I mean? Let's stick to Jonah real quick. You know what I'm saying? Jonah had to live in that air pocket, and he thought he was gonna die. You know what I mean? He had to smell that horrible smell, and he had to try to breathe in that small little air pocket. Like, you know what I mean? He was going through hell. You know what I mean? He was going through hell, and he and he just was suffering. But that's because the Lord was pushing on him. That what he was running from was not as bad as him having to live in that air pocket. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he was running from, it wasn't as bad as what it could have been. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's so important for us to get out here and to follow these orders and to get out here and serve the Lord. If you're ordered to do something, then just get out there and go do it. If you're available to do it, go do it. And if you're not available, try to make yourself available to do it. And if it's an order, you know what I'm saying? Like that's important, because when Christ comes, Christ is going to send orders when it's time to build the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? He's going to send orders on, you got to do this and you got to do that and you got to do this. There's going to be certain orders that are given to us. You know what I'm saying? And we have to be able to follow those orders. Now, if you have an issue with following orders, that's because you have an issue with Christ. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. You know what I mean? You have an issue with being under somebody. You have a problem with Christ. Because first of all, Christ is the king. Christ is above all other than the Most High. So when he comes on this earth, that whole excuse like, oh, yeah, I just wanted to follow you, and I didn't really want to follow Commander General Hano because he's not you. Like, no, that stuff don't work. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can't take an order from anybody and you just want to come and take an order from Christ, like, you won't even be able to speak to Christ. You know what I'm saying? What makes you even think that you're big enough to even speak to Christ? You know what I'm saying? You won't have to take an order. You have to take an order. So if you can't take orders now, and orders are such a terrible thing for you, then obviously, you know what I mean, Christ is not for you. Christ is not for you, because you don't love Christ enough to be able to take an order before he comes. You know what I mean? But go ahead, Swap. You got something?
Appreciate for that, sir.
Yes, sir.
1 John chapter 5, verse 3.
Let's get it.
For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
Right. I mean, that's an order. You have to keep the commandments. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't really know how to keep the commandments, but you have to keep the commandments. That's an order to keep the commandments. And that is a full-on Christian cut too. You know what I'm saying? Because the Christians will tell you that the laws are done away with. Right? You know what I mean? The Lord tells you to follow his laws and do it with your chin up, you know what I mean, and a smile on your face. You know what I'm saying? The smile ain't really got to be on your face. I'm just saying. But do it with a happy heart. Like, do it like, yeah, I'm happy I got this order. I'm happy that I'm able to even get an order. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that I'm able I'm happy to the point where I'm even able to struggle, because I know that the Lord is with me in this struggle. I'm happy that I'm struggling right now. I love the fact that I'm dealing with hell right now, is because I know that in this hell, the Lord is making an example out of my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So all these people who are turning away from me, turning their backs on me while I'm in this hell and I'm dealing with these situations, they're going to see that my life was just an example, because the Lord put me in a position where everybody felt like it was impossible for me to overcome this. You know what I mean? The Lord put me in a position where nobody could save me. There is nothing that anybody can do to get me out of this low, dark, and this dark zone that I'm in right now, this dark mindset, this dark situation I'm in right now. Nobody can get me out of this. Nobody can save me from this. And the Lord uses that to set an example. I am the Most High God. I can do all things. Whenever any situation seems like it's impossible, it's always possible for him. It's always possible for him. Right. He's always going to get you through whatever you're going through. Whatever you're going through, regardless of how emotional it is, how tragic it is, you know what I mean, financially unstable it seems, he's going to get you through that. You know what I mean? And you're going to see it because at the end of the day, what's going to happen? You'll still be alive. You'll still be breathing. You'll still be here. You're going to be like, okay, this is going to be the last day. I swear. If I don't get past this day, and I know for sure I'm not going to be able to get through this situation. And then the next day comes. Oh yeah, most definitely. This is the last day. I know for sure I ain't about to be able to get through. And then the next day comes. And then the next day, and it's going to get to the point where it's just like, damn, I'm still here.
That's right.
I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still standing. And I'm still strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, what was that? Remember the Titans? You know what I'm saying? I'm still able to handle. I'm still able to feed my family. I'm still able to feed myself. I'm still able to be mobile. I'm still able to get around. I'm still able to, even if that, like I'm able to survive. I'm able to drink water and eat food. You know what I mean? The Lord will send you down so low to the point where it's just like all those things will they'll become a privilege. It wouldn't be so much like a right. It'll be a privilege. Like, damn, I'm able to eat today. I'm able to drink today. Like, you know what I mean? I found a way today. The Lord will put you in those positions, and then he'll build you up out of them. And that's building your character. It's building up your patience. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to have faith so deep that even when you stare deep down in the faces of death, you can still be like, you know what I mean? The Most High is with me. The Most High is with me. Even though I'm staring at death right in the face right now, death is looking right at me, and he's just like, you know what I mean? Hey, you ready? You ready to come with me? You can look at it like, nah, the Most High with me right now, and I'm working. I'm working right now. I ain't got time to die right now. There is no time to die right now. I gotta work. You know what I'm saying? And that's the positions that the Most High is going to put you in. You know what I'm saying? They get it, and the things that I'm saying, you would never grasp on how deep it gets. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody that is in this truth has a story. Everybody has a situation that they've been through that put them in a position where it's just like they got their faith tested. You know what I mean? Their faith was tested, but they still out here working. They're still out here serving the Lord. They're still out here being a representation of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what we are supposed to be until Christ returns. Until Christ returns. Because honestly, how I feel when Christ comes, it is, you know what I mean? It can't go no lower than down where it's at right now. It can only go up. You know what I'm saying? It can only go up. So when Christ comes back, I'm just expecting the best of things. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how everybody else feel, but I'm expecting the best of things when Christ comes back, because we can finally start building our kingdom back. We can finally start living in a righteous manner and stop being lied to and stop being deceived and stop being tortured and stop being manipulated. You know what I mean? Like we stop being killed on the streets. You know what I'm saying? What you got, Swap?
You're saying like we're talking about like the faith. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't understand. Like our faith has been crippled from years of dealing with the Christian church, the
Right.
Catholic church, all these other religions that don't have the Most High with it. You know what I'm saying? So you be in a Christian church praying and wonder why God can't hear you because you're not serving Him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So dealing with that for years, we've been conditioned to start to doubt who the Lord is, but we never knew the Lord. Coming into the UPK and getting taught who the Lord is and how the Lord operates and how to receive things from the Lord that you're praying for. You know what I'm saying? How you have to live, what you have to be about. You know what I'm saying? That will help increase your faith. So you can't. I just want to encourage people who are going through things, whatever the Lord. If you're living by the law, statutes, and commandments, He's always going to see. Because there's never a time where He's going to let you fall off. You're going to die off. You got to get that out your mind. You're not following Christianity no more. You're not following Catholic Church.
Right.
You're in the truth now, and the Lord will be there for you. It's not like He was in the Christian church.
That's a fact too. That's a fact, because you're not expecting to go through nothing while you're in that Christian church. You know what I'm saying? You probably gonna go through the whole daily being black struggles. You know what I'm saying? But when you get into the truth, it gets a lot deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? When you got to choose between your mother, your father, your wife, your husband, your child, your children. You know what I'm saying? When you gotta choose between these things, whether if you really want to serve the Most High or you want to go because people will be quick to turn on you, for sure, for sure. People will turn on you. Certain situations will turn on you. You know what I mean? You'll lose your job. You'll lose your rib. You'll lose a lot of you'll lose, you know what I mean, your vehicle. You'll lose a lot of things, and certain things will feel like put you in a position where you feeling like, damn, like I'm really getting beat up. And you are. You getting beat up. Why? Is because it's just like, you know what I mean, when it's a healing process. It's a healing process. When you get hurt, you know what I mean, not only do you come back to heal that certain whatever you've been hurt about, you come back stronger. You know what I'm saying? You come back a lot stronger. It boosts up your strength and your mentality. You know what I'm saying? Those things are going to be able to get you through. You know what I'm saying? Right, right. What's with Shalom, young man Wood? What's going on, man? Salaki, I didn't even say what's going on to you, man. Um, young man Wood, young man James, all y'all, man, what's going on? Nina, what's going on? Shalom. But yeah, like so that let's get back into it. Salaki. But we were talking about Jonah. You know what I'm saying? Jonah was ordered to work. And when you're ordered to work, you need to get to work. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into I'm Salakia too. I'm paraphrasing too. I was gonna read the stories, but it's like we started off a little bit late and I only got like a couple of minutes left. So I'm gonna paraphrase also, you know what I mean? Um let's see. Um let's go into Moses. You know what I mean? Moses was ordered to prophesy to the rock, or to speak to the rock, and you know what I mean, and the rock, and he was supposed to acknowledge the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledge the Lord. You know what I mean? Like we usually do. Whenever we about to do a miracle, we need to acknowledge that the Most High is responsible for this. So if you ever go through a situation in your life that you got through, you know what I mean, that you wouldn't never even thought that you ever got through it, you know what I mean? Acknowledge the Most High. Acknowledge that the Most High got you through it. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledge Him. Acknowledge that the Most High didn't kill you in certain situations. Because we, as Israel, we've all been through a lot of situations where we came that close to death. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Bullets flying right past our faces. You know what I mean? Like like a whole bunch of situations, car accidents, all that stuff like that, where you know what I mean, the Lord could have just took us out. We could have just died. Like, you know what I mean? We could have died. The our loved ones could have died. You know what I mean? That didn't die. You know what I mean? Certain situations happen that, you know what I mean, that the Most High, he takes us out of that. You know what I mean? And he passes his judgment off of us. You know what I'm saying? You got to take advantage of those situations. You can't just take that as like, oh yeah, well that's just something that happened. It was a close call. Like, no, you need to acknowledge that the Most High got you through that situation, and you need to serve Him even harder because He got you through that certain situation. It seems like, you know what I mean, when we going through something, we beg the Most High, we praying the most, like we most diligent when we going through something. We always want to beg and pray and, you know what I mean, get on our knees and Lord, like, you know what I mean, you when you get out of it, then Lord is no more intact with you. You just forgot about him. You know what I mean? Now you back on track and doing whatever it is that you was doing, and you don't care no more. But when times is hard, that's the thing as Israel that we have a big issue with. We wait until times are hard to be able to acknowledge the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is the thing. Times are hard right now. Times are hard to the point where, you know what I mean, it seems like they're in control, but they're not. Our oppressors are not in control. They're trying to find some type of control, but they can't. They can't find no control. They're trying to find some type of balance. So they're just allowing people to do what they want. They know that the coronavirus is still out here, yeah, and there's new variants every day. You know what I mean? They know that, but they're trying to keep as calm as possible. That's why, you know what I mean, you got your boy Joe Biden. Boy, that interview had me rolling when he came on screen and he had the glasses on, the shades. He had the $2,000 shades on. He was just oh yeah, we're just you know what I mean, we're just trying to get everything back in order. Like he made it seem like he was so calm. I know as soon as them cameras came off, he was like, damn, like what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Everybody's expecting me to be the savior of this place, and I can't do nothing. Like this thing is hitting us hard. Go ahead, Swat. What you got?
I just debate on that. That's crazy. I didn't see it, but when you said he came out, I don't ever remember any president coming out to speak with sunglasses.
I know, right? He came out there with the Tom Cruise Mission Impossibles. You know what I'm saying? Like he had the Versace shades on. Like just trying to make it seem like he was with no sweats at all. They had the fan on him and everything. Like he was just calm, cool, and collective. Like, hey, we you know what I mean? It ain't nothing. This ain't nothing. They know what's up. They know what's up. They know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? You'll see it. You'll see it even in Hollywood. You know what I mean? They're sending you little hints that, you know what I mean, destruction is coming. Destruction is coming. The chariots are coming. They'll sing you those things. So like when bad things happen, I think the Most High anyway, our will is not his will. Okay, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because as far as we'll see it, you know what I mean, because we've been raised up under the Christian doctrine, we would think that when we're going through something that, you know what I mean, if it's deep and dark and it's like, you know what I mean, something that we feel like we can't get out of, we'll think that the Lord is not with us. We'll think that the Lord it has done away with us. You know what I'm saying? That's a natural feeling because we've been indoctrinated to feel like that. You know what I mean? We wasn't born into this truth. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be indoctrinated to feel like, you know what I mean, when something happens to us, it's just, you know what I mean, the Lord is not with us. But that is completely untrue because sometimes the Lord is more with you when you're going through something. And he wants you to have that faith in him so he can lead you up out of that. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of how deep and dark the situation may seem, he's gonna build a way for you to get up out of it. You know what I mean? Because he's the Most High God. I mean, if he wanted to, he can just make that situation not exist anymore. You know what I mean? If he wanted to. But you gotta not be so much focused in the situation and be focused on what is the result of it. What is it that the Most High is expecting of me? What is it, the mindset that he's expecting of me? The character boost that he's expecting of me? Because the faster I get that, is the faster I get up out this situation. You know what I'm saying? The faster I can get to what he's trying to shed up off me. Once I can get to that and I can shed it up off me, like the faster I shed that up off me, is the faster I can get to the glory zone. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, you know what I mean, when I go through my little hell, I be wanting to get through it quick. Like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, man, okay, what is it? What does I gotta do? Like, what do I gotta do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do I gotta think? How do I gotta act? Like, I be wanting to get through it because I'm just like, man, like, I do not feel like dealing with this ish. Like, it's not something that I feel like dealing with, but that's just how I am. But all in all, where we at? Okay, we good. So let's get into it. We was talking about Moses, okay? So Moses struck the rock. Moses was supposed to prophesy to the rock. He was supposed to acknowledge the Lord, you know what I mean? Because Israel was thirsty. They needed water, you know what I'm saying? So he was supposed to acknowledge the Lord for being as great as he is and that he could give you water through a rock. You know what I'm saying? He can bring you water through a rock. What's good? Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ. Artisan, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? I'm gonna give you a call after I get up out of here too. You know what I'm saying? The Most High could give you. He can bring you water through a rock. You know what I'm saying? That is a miracle. You know what I'm saying? Because man can't do that. People can't do that. A magician can't mock that. The Most High is so great that when you are dehydrated and thirsty, he could give you water through a rock. You know what I'm saying? But it's just that Moses had an order to give acknowledgement and he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? He was so frustrated, he just struck the rock like, screw these people. Like, you know what I mean? They don't care. No, they don't care anyway. Like, you know what I mean? Just hit the rock. Like, you know what I mean? The water still came out at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, it was a consequence that came with that because he didn't follow the order. You know what I mean? like Captain, you know what I mean? Like Captain Gaddafi always says, you know what I mean? When you get an order, follow that order. You know what I mean? And follow it 100%. Don't half-ass an order, regardless of what it is, regardless of whatever you feel like. You know what I'm saying? Follow that order, and you follow it wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? And that's an order. The order is to follow your order. You know what I'm saying? That Christ just said it, and we went through the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Christ said it. You know what I mean? And a man above you is going to say it also. And it's important to have men above you who have you know what I mean, who are solidified into this, who got some time into this, who knows the struggles of having a, you know what I mean, lead, because leading is a struggle also. You see what Moses had to go through. Leading is a struggle. You know what I'm saying? It takes a purebred man to lead. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a hardcore servant to be able to put himself in a position where he can lead. Because in order to lead, you got to be able to serve. You got to serve to lead. You know what I'm saying? So the better the servant, the better the leader. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I go. And here in the ISUPK, you know what I mean, we have some thoroughbred leaders. You know what I'm saying? Thoroughbred leaders. Like when I get deeper into it, like I get to see what certain leaders have to go through, you know what I'm saying, just to be able to lead. And it's not easy. It's not easy at all. You know what I'm saying? And I thank the Most High for them. You know what I'm saying? That their willpower is so heavy. You know what I'm saying? That their faith is so heavy, because you know what I mean. If you're weak-minded and if you're weak at faith, you're not going to be able to raise a nation. You're not going to be able to bring people up from the dead. You know what I'm saying? I would have still been in the world. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for hardcore thoroughbred leaders. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be up here even speaking right now. But because, you know what I mean, the people before me, they went through through that fire. They went through those trials, and they was able to still be able to take the responsibility to lift brothers up and to lead them, to be able to probably even lead one day themselves. You know what I'm saying? You got it's all hats off to that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not an easy mission. You had something, Swap?
Yes. One thing I had was where that story was you talking about. Did you want them to know where they can look at?
For which one, Moses or Jonah?
Moses.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
The Numbers, chapter 20, verses 7 through 12. That part of the story, but Slocky, I forgot about it.
You said Numbers 7 and 12?
Yes,
Yeah. So when you get a chance, go ahead and go through that. We ain't got time to go through it today, but you know what I mean. So like I had to paraphrase a lot of stuff because we was just, you know what I mean, pretty much just chatting back and forth the most of the class. So you know what I'm saying, go through that. Do your studies on that. Do your studies on Jonah. Read the story. Read the records of Jonah. Read the records of Moses. See what Moses had to go through to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? See what Jonah had to go through as far as not taking an order. Even Ezekiel, you know what I mean, not taking an order. You know what I'm saying? Like, go through these records. You know what I'm saying? If you taking an order is a noble thing, because it's not coming just from a person. It's coming from the Most High himself. You know what I'm saying? When someone gives you an order, the Most High requires you to be able to take an order and follow that order 100%. Because when Christ comes back, you know what I'm saying? When Christ comes back, everybody gonna be taking orders 100%, whether you like it or not. And if you not able to take an order, what is that going to equal to? Death.
That's right.
You going straight to death, and righteously too, because you know what I'm saying. Christ is going to be the king of this whole place, And if you can't take an order from the king of the world, then you know what I mean, you deserve nothing but death. You know what I'm saying? Right. You deserve nothing but death. But did you have something else, Swamp? Because we about to end it off.
Nah, sir.
So all in all, you know what I'm saying? All I can say is get to work. Get to work. Whatever it is, you know what I mean? Don't let anything stop you from getting to work. As I was talking about, like, you know what I mean, certain certain pioneers, you know what I mean, they would not go to work because of a rib or something like that. And what happens? The rib got to die, you know what I mean, and they can't, you know what I'm saying? They will still have to get back to work. The Lord does not play when it comes to getting to work. You have to get to work. You have to take an order. You know what I'm saying? All that taking the order, getting to work all go hand in hand. If you order to get to camp or get to class, when you're available to do it, you know what I mean? Everybody got different lifestyles and stuff like that. Some people not available to get here and there and to and fro. You know what I'm saying? But if you're able to do it, get to work for sure. Don't let sleep stop you. Don't let relaxing stop you. Like get up and get out here and let's, because the harder we work, the water, sis. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. The water too, Itazan. You know what I'm saying? The harder we work, the more we provoke Christ to come back. You know what I'm saying? We provoke the hand of the Most High to give that order to send them chariots out and destroy this place. That's what happens when we work hard. When we have to provoke the Lord to get us up out this place. Once the Lord finds out, hey, yeah, they ready. I'm ready to get them up out of here. Once the Lord feels like that, he's going to send that order out. And what's going to happen? Them chariots going to come out and Christ is going to get his revenge. You know what I'm saying? He's going to shed judgment on this place, the judgment of the Lord on this place. You know what I'm saying? So as we keep working hard, as we keep staying diligent, as we keep neglecting our flesh, neglecting our pride, neglecting our family. Well, I wouldn't say neglecting our families, but choosing the Lord over an excuse. You know what I mean? Because a family could be excuse. Your job can be an excuse. Like certain things could be an excuses. If you able to serve the Lord, get up in these classes and put your foot forward. You know what I'm saying? And start and wake up these dry bones. You know what I'm saying? If you're obligated to getting up and getting active and getting up and getting to this stuff, then get up and do it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Get up and do it. Trust me. It's all gonna pay off at the end. You know what I'm saying? We so close to it. We're so close to it. You know what I'm saying? We so close. We need to work as hard as possible, especially in this time period. We need to provoke the Lord as much as possible to send as many plagues as he can. You know what I'm saying? To send as many plagues as he can to wipe these people off this earth. You know what I'm saying? Wipe this whole system off this earth. You know what I'm saying? We need to provoke the Lord to get us up out of here. And we can only do that through work. We can only do that through being diligent. You know what I'm saying? We can only do that through being diligent. And being diligent, take your orders, serve your husbands. You know what I'm saying? Serve your husbands as if you would serve the Most High. Serve your outer ones if they give you an order. You know what I'm saying? And do it 100% with no complaints and none of that. Get out here and let's get this kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this kingdom and let's provoke the Most High to you know what I'm saying, to destroying this place. Real talk. But the water for y'all tuning in. You know what I mean? We're gonna end off right here. Yeah, the water for all y'all tuning in. Shalom. Thank y'all.